Why did we start the Leading Ladies Business Institute? We have a strong passion for women. And based on the things I do, mentoring women and all of that, I realized that one major problem that women have is financial empowerment. Most women have very low capacity for earning an income. Most women do not earn enough, cannot, because they've not been trained. We have been programmed to think, you can't make money. We have been programmed to think, the best of you is to be a wife, is to be a mother, and all of that. And you realize that one of the major things, the things that really touch my heart and which I hear every day and it keeps tearing my heart is the fact that women are not empowered, are not economically empowered. There are many women that are going through abuse, many women that are going through, that are, doing stuff in ignorance, and simply because they are not financially intelligent, because they have not been trained, because they have not developed themselves, because they have not grown in any measure. And so I realized that many women are struggling. Many women are enduring abuse and enduring all kinds of things simply because they're not economically empowered. For the past few years, the Leading Ladies Business Institute has empowered women, women in an amazing way. All right. We found women have come in, they found themselves, they have started to fly like an eagle. They have become economically empowered, they have become financially intelligent and all of that. Now, before I hand over and all of that, I just want to say this. Now, today I was talking about the 4 quadrants, the cash flow quadrants. How many people remember the cash flow quadrants? How many people remember the cash flow quadrants? Great. We're talking about now, that is such a powerful thing to know. All right. The cash flow quadrants basically talks about the mindsets, the 4 kinds of mindsets on earth, right? The 4 types of mindsets on earth. And we have the E quadrant on the left, which is employee quadrant. All right, with an employee mindset that goes for security over independence and freedom, right? And then we have the S quadrant. The S quadrant people have the mindset of, independence, small business. I just want to do it. I'm passionate and all of that. The B quadrant on the right signifies the big business. And really, we want to be on the right side. The B quadrant has the big, the mindset of systems building and, and leadership and systems building. Then we have the I quadrant, which is investor. Now, for anyone who's going to make impact in this world, for anyone who's going to really make something out of their businesses or their lives as entrepreneurs, you've got to be on the right side. Now, the distance between the left side and the right side is growth. Is growth. Now, I've watched women come to the Leading Ladies Business Institute and think it's a joke. I've watched women start off and drop off. I've watched women start off and do the least they can do. And I needed to understand that financial education is something that we must pay attention to. The greatest skill you can have is earning skill. The greatest skill you can earn that will secure your future and secure your life and secure the future of your children is what? Earning skill. You must sharpen, you must cultivate, you must get an earning skill and cultivate it. And listen to me, it is the distance between where you are and everything you've ever imagined is growth. And that's why there's some things you can't do by yourself. There are some things you need someone to teach you. And being in an environment, which is a system that inspires growth in you, is the greatest thing you can do for yourself and the greatest investment you can ever do for yourself. I tell a lot of women, how many single women are here? How many married? Let's say how many married women first. How many married women are here? Great. I want you to type so I can see you. Just type so I can see you. How many married women do we have here? One thing I tell women generally, especially single women, is find you before you find a husband. Find you before you find a husband. Because you see, if you don't find you, you're just going to become like one of those women that are, unfortunate souls, unfortunate women that just got married without discovering themselves, knowing their value, knowing who they are, right? Knowing who they are, and just walking and living, religiously. The greatest thing you can do for yourself is to find you, and in finding you, cultivate your earning skill. Never joke with it. Now you're done with BLEC. It's not over. Don't stop growing. BLEC only showed you how you should start living your life. BLEC only showed you the things that are very important to do. And as you put yourself to doing those things, and you continue doing those things, you'll find yourself on the other side. Now, listen, there are 3 things, or should I say 4 things every woman should aspire to be. And that's one thing we have done to you, done with you, and done for you in this great school. And what is that thing? It is, you've got to become a mom. Well, that's up to you, right? You've got to be married, right? Become a mom. That's second M. Become a mentor. That's third M. Become a millionaire. That's fourth M. I become multimillionaire. All right. So the first is married, right? The second is mom, become a mentor, become a millionaire, and become a multimillionaire. And so those are the 5 M's that every woman really wants to be. But you know what? Most women stop on the 2 M's. They become married and they become moms, and that's it. And so you realize you've not developed yourself, you've not cultivated your mind, you've not grown in any way. And the scripture says something that you are the light of the world, you're the salt of the earth. The salt loses its taste. It's good for nothing but to be trodden under the feet of men, right? And that's really what happens to most women. So you have come here and you are taking this great and life-changing course. And I know that your life can never be the same anymore. All right. But I want you to go on in transit from one level to another, All right. When we talk about business is who you are. Simple. Business is who you are. It's a combination of your mindset. It's a combination of your knowledge set. It's a combination of your skill set. It's a combination of your vision. It's a combination of your capacity. Your business can never be bigger than your capacity. And when we talk about business, talking about being an entrepreneur, an entrepreneur knows that the first thing I need to focus on is me. I need to develop myself, because when I build myself, when I invest in myself, I am my greatest capital. I am my greatest capital. There are many women going about, or many people going about my business, investment. I need capital. I need money. I need to invest in more, buy more stock, do more stuff. But have you invested in yourself? What's your idea about investing in yourself? Do you realize that you are the business? Do you realize that if you don't invest in yourself, if you don't develop yourself, if you don't build your capacity, you can never go beyond your capacity. You can never go beyond your mindset. You can never go beyond your knowledge skill set. You can never go beyond your skill set. You can never go beyond you. What you see is what you become. And what you see, your business takes the character of the business owner. So you ask yourself, why do you deserve a thriving business? Are you growing? If you were, right, an organization and you were enlisted, right? Remember that book, No Excuse. And you were enlisted, right, in the stock exchange. Would you invest in you? Women talk about, my husband doesn't believe in me. Do you believe in you? And sometimes the reason your husbands don't believe in you is because you have messed up several times. You open the shop, you sit down home watching Telemundo. And then you put a girl in the shop. And then you are busy watching Telemundo. You're busy dressing up tight to do school mama. You know those school mamas? I hope you're not. You know those school mamas? They'll dress up, put on track down. They're not going to the gym. They act like they're going to the gym. They do their makeup, do all of these things, buy designer wear, designer sportswear, and they pick up their husband's Jeep, and then they go to school, and then the pack and start gisting for 1 hour after the children have gone in. I hope you're not that. You got to have a vision. You got to know where you're going. You got to know who you are. You got to know who you are. You got to know what you have. And that's why you are here, Lekki housewives, London housewives, right? So I'm going to leave you with these things because I believe that I know some people are not going to graduate because we're going to do you disservice if we let you go without you getting what you need to get. You're going to do you a lot of disservice if you go when you did not qualify, right? Nothing goes for nothing, nothing of value or everything that is nothing, or, nothing, everything, right? Everything we do is of value, right? And if you don't take it up that way, you're not going to make the most of it. So until you're stretched, until you pay the price. So we just don't want to go through here. We're not just interested in women going through LLBI and that's it. We're interested in the transformation. I want to see people that say, you know what, I was not serious. I want to do this again. I want to do this again. And for some of you, the system has helped you by not graduating you because you didn't qualify. And we're going to do disservice if we let you go. But one thing I know, if you go through this school and you did every single thing you were asked to do, and you read the books that you were required to read, those books were carefully selected. Every course was carefully drafted. Every lecturer was carefully picked to give you an experience, of transformation. It wasn't just done anyhow. Hours and hours and hours have been put into putting this school together. And I'm going to say congratulations to those who are leaving. And congratulations to those who are bold enough to say, you know what, I didn't do it well. I'm just going to do it again. 7 critical questions. And I'm going to send this book to everybody that attend. So that is here, right? I have a little book. It's called, what is it called again? Basically helping you to answer the questions, the 7 critical questions that everyone must answer. And what are those questions? Who are you?
Can you all hear me now? Hello, ladies. Good evening. Good evening. What a year it has been. Can you confirm that you can hear me? It's been an amazing year all round. 2023 has been an interesting business year. And look at us, we are in December already. Here we are about to evaluate our business performance. We're about to evaluate how your business performed. If you think your business did great, give me a wave. If you think your business didn't do great, give me a smiley. All right, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. And while you are at it, tell me where you are joining in from. I want to hear, I want to see, where are you joining in from? Where are you joining us from? Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Ah, all right, Bossady. I see you right there. Yeah, I see you. Hi, Chineye from Abuja, the city of Abuja. Hi. Oh, health talk with Kemi. I see you. You're giving me the smiley. That's great. That's great. Hi, Bosede, you're from Ibadan. Hi, Precious from Abuja. It's great to see you all. Plenty of love from me right here. Okay. So, okay, hi from Lagos. Hello, Amaka from Lagos. Okay, hello, Kemi with the health talk from Osun State. Hello. Okay, I'm seeing you all, and you have my plenty love. Now, without further ado, I want us to hi Fumi Jimo from the UK. In it, yeah, from the UK. Good evening, Faith Amoni. Good evening. All right, so I want us to delve into today's conversation. Hello, Asija. You are tuning in from my state. I'm in Edo State as well, by the way. So, hello. We are in this together. All right, so I want us to delve really fully into today's conversation. Business evaluation is an interesting one, and I don't want us to take plenty of time. I'm seeing all of your pleasantries in the chat box. I had earlier said, if you think your business did great, give me a smiley. If you think your business, if you think your business didn't do great, give me a smiley. If you think your business did great, give me a wave. Okay, give me a smiley if you think your business didn't do great, and give me a wave if you think it did great. All right. So let's delve in. Business evaluation. We have started the year from January through to December, and here we are now looking at evaluating our business performance. What are the metrics you use in evaluating your business performance? How can you say, yes, I know my business did great, and I don't think my business did I don't think my business performed as well as it should. What are the metrics you're using to evaluate it? Are you using just profit? Are you using customer reach? Are you using returning customers? What are your metrics? How can you really say my business performed well? And how can you say, oh, my business did not do well? And it's okay if you don't even know what those metrics are, because that's what tonight's conversation is supposed to cover. A lot of people go month in, month out, year in, year out, and they just do business. They just buy, they sell, they make profit here, sometimes they don't, and then they just keep fapping it out, just keep going on and on and on. But tonight, we want to take a step back as business owners and look at how really is my business performing. 2023 has been an interesting year for a lot of business owners, and you're going to look at, did I do well? Did I not do well? Did I scale through? What will I still have a business come 2024? Am I What goals should I be setting to achieve in 2024? And if I just started this business, how can I position it for better in 2024? I am your host for tonight's conversation, and my name is Adugo Dubem Udogu. I'm with the Leading Ladies Business Institute as the Programs and Partnerships Director. Tonight, I'm going to be anchoring this conversation, and we have two amazing speakers, or facilitators, or coaches, as the case may be, who will be coming on this conversation tonight to steer how this conversation will go. They are going to put you through. I'm still seeing your smileys, and they are very interesting ones. Keep them coming. Amaka, I see you. Miracle, I see you. So you just keep the smileys coming in. I acknowledge them. And we're going to have them come in and just, guide us through tonight's conversation. Tell us to even evaluate your business. You might be thinking, hey, my business is doing great, we made some money, and you might just be evaluating it based on 1 year's performance alone, or you might be evaluating it based on just 2023's performance alone. But how do you even evaluate that you will still have a business in the coming year? All right. Now, let's delve into the meat of this conversation. Let's delve into, what do you need to look at when you're saying my business did great or my business didn't do great. And my first speaker for this evening's conversation, I would like to bring up, let me see if I have her already on backstage. All right. Okay, so do I have PI backstage? Do I have PI backstage? Our first speaker is going to be Coach Iswa Okoje. She's the CEO of the Leading Ladies Business Institute. I'm just going to give a couple of minutes. I did see her, but now I've lost her again. So I'm just going to give a couple of minutes to allow her come back on stage, and then I'll project her. But before we bring her on, let me talk to you guys a little bit. Why are you even putting these emojis? Why are you putting these smileys? What were your metrics for evaluating your business performance? On what basis are you putting these on what basis are you putting these emojis? I can see Miracles One, I can see Ruby, I can see Amaka, I can see so what were your bases of putting these emojis? What metrics did you use in evaluating your business performance? Let's talk a bit before I bring up Coach Iswa. She was just on the backstage. So let's talk a bit. What were your metrics? Are you evaluating your business just based off of 2023? Are you evaluating for December alone? How long ago did you start your business? Let's talk a little bit. All right. So on what basis, I'm looking at your chart. On what basis are you evaluating this business performance? All right. We're going to continue this conversation very shortly, but let me quickly bring on Coach Iswa Okoje, my CEO.
Isoa Okojie is the CEO of the Leading Ladies Business Institute. She's a leadership coach and a business developer, and she has empowered over 9,000 women through LLBI since 2016. She is a chief mentor for the Sisters Connect Network, the co-founder of the I Lead Youth Initiative, which is a platform for children and teens, and is also the founder of the Millionaires Cafe, an exclusive book club. Isoa Okojie is passionate about personal development and business growth, and is committed to building African businesses for global recognition. Join Isoa Okojie at the Elevate Conference this weekend.
Hello, Coach Iswa. Good evening. I'm going to unmute you, okay? Let's see
Okay,
if we can
thank
hear you
you.
now.
Good evening.
Yes.
All
Evening.
right, thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, leading ladies. Super excited to be here with you all. I'm super excited. I mean, I can't even believe that we are at the end of 2023. It seems almost unbelievable, but time really does fly. A lot of the time flies, but I'm glad that you're here. And I'm hoping that, the year 2023 has been a great year for you. And if not, guess what? We will make it a great, year. We would make sure that you end this year on a great note at the end of this class. So you're welcome on board. I'm so glad that you're at this workshop. I'm Isol Kuji, and I'm super excited when I see women running businesses and when I see women who are passionate about what they do. And so, congratulations. If you started a business this year, congratulations. If you started to, if you became more intentional about your business this year, congratulations. Or if you're here in this particular workshop and you don't even have a business you have started yet, but I'm glad that you're learning. And so, I'm going to say congratulations. And so, you're welcome to the Bees Unbox workshop. And what we want to do for you at this workshop is actually to help you chart a course for a better 2024. So you're welcome, and I'm super excited that you are here. This is the Leading Ladies Business Institute, and we are passionate about women. We have a desire to empower the 21st century businesswoman with all the knowledge and skills that she needs to thrive in her business. We believe that women can actually build legacies and not just run businesses.
We want to help women run and build sustainable businesses. That is, businesses that will actually outlive you. I believe that if you're a woman who has started business, you have the potential to actually do business beyond your current sphere. You have the potential to do business beyond your current country. You have the potential to do business on a large scale. And that's why we exist as a business institute. Our goal and our ambition is to help position African women on the globe with their businesses, through our empowerment programs, through our trainings, through our workshops, through anything that we put out there. We want to help women achieve their dreams. We've seen women over time start and run businesses, but within a couple of months and years, these businesses are nowhere to be found. And the reason why this actually happens is because most people are not knowledgeable about business. So yes, you have a skill. Yes, I know you can make hair. I know you do fantastic makeup. Excuse me. Or maybe you are a great architect. Okay, that's great. That's really beautiful. But it does not replace the skill of running a business. And this is what we want to help you do. We know that the business world can be very, very challenging. We understand that the economy has been very dynamic in the last couple of years. We know that, particularly running a business in Africa is like a slippery slope. And that's why we want to help you. We want to help you build your business. We want to help you, achieve your goals. We want to see your business fly and reach its fullest potential. So I'm excited that you're here. It shows us that you are investing in yourself, and we are committed to helping you reach the end of your journey as an entrepreneur, particularly as a successful entrepreneur. So you're welcome. You're welcome. I trust that you've gotten your workbook. If you haven't, you need to ensure that you download that workbook. It's free of charge, and that's our commitment to you as an organization. We are giving you the workbook free of charge to help you, just so that when you ask the right questions, you actually will get the right answers. The reason why most people struggle in their businesses is simply because they don't know how to scale. You agree with me that if you knew exactly what to do every single step of the way about your business, you agree with me, you will not be stuck, right? Yeah, I know. And that's why we are here, to get you unstuck. So if you feel stuck, would get you unstuck. If you feel like you don't have clarity, we would help you with clarity. All right. If you feel you don't know what to do, we will help you know what to do. At the end of this session, we believe that you'll be empowered to set the right kind of goals and chart a course for your year 2024. All right. So we're going to ask you thought-provoking questions, all right, strategic questions that will help you analyze what you have done in the last 1 year, particularly. If you don't know where you are, you can't chart a course to where you want to be. If you don't know what you have achieved, you don't know what worked, what did not work, how then do you decide what your strategy should be? All right, so I want to bring you to a place of greater awareness in this particular workshop with your business and with your personhood as well, in terms of leadership, financial capacity, and everything you need to know around that. Okay, so we're going to ask you questions, but we are not going to do everything in this workshop. For instance, we will not wait for you to answer those questions. So after the session, you now need to go sit down with maybe a couple of friends or two and begin to answer those questions. Okay, so we believe that by harnessing the inherent value of integrity, you must respond to every question as objectively as possible. All right, the logic behind the questionnaire is to help you see the current status of your business and intentionally assist you in prioritizing the areas that you need to improve on in the coming year. So I believe that you're ready. Now, for you to maximize this session, you need a notepad and you need a pen. And of course, please feel free to contact us after this session if you need more clarity about what to do. We are here to support you in accomplishing your dreams and arriving at your goals. This particular workshop is split into 2 sessions. The first session is where we ask you questions that help you see where you are in business. And the second part of the workshop is where we then help you navigate what to exactly do so that you can be well positioned for greater profitability, impact, and success in the year 2024. So I believe that you're ready, ladies. Let me see that you're ready. And we have Coach Eddie For the first part, who would run you through the questions that you need to ask. Make sure you have that workbook. If you can print it, that would be fantastic. Really great for you. So for about the next 90 minutes, would run you through a thought-provoking session to help you strategize for the coming year 2024. So thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you at part 2. So I'll see you again in less than an hour. So thank you so much, Ada. Coach Eddie, I trust that you're here and ready. So thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you on part 2. By that time, you should have had an idea of where you are in your business and what you need to do to move forward. So thank you very, very much. All right, over to you, Ada.
Thank you so much, PI, as always, the ever beautiful PI. And she has steered this conversation, she has set the tone. I am not going to stay in your wait any longer. I'm just going to bring up our first facilitator for this evening, Coach Edidiong Gabriel. She's going to steer this conversation and take us for the first 90 minutes, and then we'll bring back Coach Iswa. Over to you, Eddie. You're on the spotlight.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Ada. Thank you so much, Coach Iswa, for this great opportunity. Welcome, everyone, to the business evaluation workshop called BizUnbox. I mean, it's our very first BizUnbox, at the Leading Ladies Business Institute. We always say at Leading Ladies Business Institute, we are Africa's #1 solution for women in business and leadership. We make money, we make moves, and we make impact, right? So I'm going to be taking you in the section on the evaluation of your business. It is quite, what's it called now? It is quite self-explanatory, but I just want us to, put ourselves together through the section and how it runs, right? And then afterwards, Coach Iswa will be taking us in the next session, which is now strategically moving forward from the what's it called now, from the evaluation to now a session of goal setting and strategic positioning based on what our evaluation has been. Like Ada said to us, she said, please get a pen and a paper, right? Okay, so I'm just going to be taking you a bit on what business evaluation is about and the benefits of business evaluation, right? So now, business evaluation is the process of assessing the value of your business or investment. I'm sure when each and every one of us started a business here, we put a bit, not even a bit, we put an amount into it, right? So in your business evaluation, you're going to be assessing the value of your business in its current state and the value of your investment, right? It is used to determine whether your business is currently profitable, whether it needs to be expanded, and what changes could be made, right? The business evaluation can also be used to decide whether to invest in a business or to sell it. Coach Iswa in our mini MBA class 1, she had told us that Samsung's first product was, or rather first business model was, that they were a grocery store, right? So sometimes after evaluating your business, you would decide whether to expand or whether to change your model or whether to sell that business. Failure is an event, right? And there's no real failure in that sense, right? So I'm going to take us through the benefits of evaluating a business, and we're going to go right into it. Number one, evaluating a business can help you assess where it is and where it needs to go. This information gotten from your evaluation can be used to make informed decisions about how to improve the operations of your business across, your vision, your strategic objectives, your marketing, your sales, your bookkeeping, your management, your advertising and all of that, right? Your internal operations, your customer experience, right? So when you evaluate your business, you're going to have, you're going to be able to make informed decisions about how to improve your operations. Coach Iswa always says something. She says the biggest room that exists is called the room for improvement. So whether your business is doing well or not, there's always room for improvement, right? Number two, evaluating a business can help you identify areas where your business may be underperforming or performing at its peak, right? To, know, for example, let's say you see that you evaluate your business, and let's say you sell, I don't know why I've been using donuts in my classes these days. I'll use something else. Let's say you sell shoes, right? And you now see that the heels that you sell, maybe you sell sneakers and you sell heels and you sell slippers and all of that. You now see that in the year 2023, your heels were the best selling products, right? When you evaluate your business, you can see the high performing products that you have and know how to, attract more customers, right? And see whether to continue with a particular product that wasn't doing well, or how to rebrand it for better, service if there is a lot of opportunity for that product, right? So number one, you use your business evaluation to see where your business is and see where it needs to go. Number two, you evaluate to identify where your business is underperforming or performing at its peak. Number three, evaluating your business can help you identify potential new markets and customers. Number four, evaluating your business can help you identify potential new partners or suppliers. For example, you could see that maybe a particular supplier, um, the cost is too high, and it's, making your expenses quite high. When you evaluate your business, you'll be able to see, okay, I spent this amount on just purchasing my raw materials, right? And I'll need to see how I can, partner with new suppliers to provide the same quality at a lower cost, right? In business, to be profitable, you need to increase your revenue and reduce your expenses, right? So number five, evaluating a business can help you identify potential new employees, right? You might evaluate your business and now see, okay, we've expanded and we cannot continue with the same amount of human resources that we have, right? And we will need to expand our operations to, to host the new level that our business is, strategically moving into, right? Evaluating your business can help you identify potential new locations or offices. So for example, let's say I bake cakes and my bakery is located within Ikeja in Lagos. If you're watching this, Ikeja is located in Lagos, Nigeria, right? And I now see that, the maybe I would say I can see that, Bagada is opening up, or Ikoyi or Lekki, there are a lot of people there. So I evaluating my business. Let's say I go through my books and I see that a lot of my orders in the year 2023 were from Ikoyi. It will show that there's something happening there and there's demand for my product in those locations. I will see how I can partner with retail stores to make, my cakes, people, potential customers pick up, or look into opening my own retail outlets in those locations, right? Those are some benefits of evaluating your business. So right about now, I would like you to open your workbook on your device, either your phone or your laptop, and we're going to go right into the evaluation of the workbook, right? Okay. So we're just going to go right into it. This is what your workbook looks like. Such a beautiful, workbook. It's called Evaluate My Business Workbook, right? So now, before we go into evaluation, I just want us to do some bit of redefining or defining where we are and where our business, or what our business is about, right? This is not going to be a long session because it is self-explanatory, and I just need you to, follow me at the pace. But after the session, you could still go through the workbook and complete it by yourself. So the first thing I want you to do is describe your business in details. For example, let's say I own a salon. I'll say Eddie's Beauty Salon is a unisex salon located within Ikoyi, Nigeria, targeted at providing, hair care services, selling of, hair care products, washing, fixing, wig making, barbing, shaping, pedicure, manicure, makeup services to individuals within Lagos, Nigeria, right? Describe your business in details. Number two, what industry are you? So I'm going to be using my salon in quotes. I do not have a salon as my case study to run us through this evaluation. So first of all, just write out your business description, right? What is your business about in details? Number two, write out the industry that your business is. playing in. So my salon will be in the fashion and beauty, or rather beauty and fashion industry, because I help people with beauty and grooming, right? So that's my industry. Number two, rather my products and services. So for my salon, I could have weaving of hair, braiding, haircuts, manicure, pedicure, nail fixing. For the purpose of this evaluation, I'll just go with 5 products and services, right? So, number one, I would say weaving. Number two, braiding. Number three, manicure. Number four, pedicure. Number five, hair care products, right? That's going to be my own product and service. So, for your business, I'd like you to write in the chat box what business, what industry are you in, right? And just write out your product and service description, right? This is just helping you just define your business, and we'll go right into evaluation, right? So now write your mission and vision statement. And if you are here and you do not have a mission and vision statement, then I want you after this call to create one. Your vision is what you want to do. Your mission is how you want to do it. So, for example, for my beauty salon, I would say I want to provide individuals within Nigeria, both women and men, you know, beauty and grooming services. Or I want to be Nigeria's number one provider of beauty and grooming services in Africa, right? Or I want to be the one-stop shop for beauty and grooming in Nigeria, right? That's my vision. I want to be the number one company for beauty and grooming of individuals within Nigeria. My mission will now be to establish, retail beauty salons, unisex salons in Nigeria, right, within a space of 5 years, right? That could be my mission, to establish that at affordable prices, right? So your vision is what you want to do, and your mission is how you want to do it. So now you're going to have your business bio, your industry, your product and service description, and your mission and vision statement. Let me know in the chat box if you understand clearly what we've done on up to this point, right? I'd like to see you. Just let me know if you've understood what we've done so far, right? So we're going to go into the evaluation, your business overview for the year 2023. Number one, we're looking into the leadership, right? Which is so important. John C. Maxwell says everything rises and falls on leadership, right? Number one, did you work with a clear vision for your business? I mean, that is explainable. Just say yes or no. And if yes, write out what the vision was, right? Did you work with a clear vision for your business in the year 2023? Maybe you did at the beginning of the year or in between the year. Either ways, let's see that. Did you work with a clear vision? What is going to happen is that while you're evaluating, you will see that, okay, you started the year with or without a vision, and it means that you either had direction or you didn't have direction. So which means in the coming year, you'll be starting your business with a clear vision and direction. You might not know everything, but as far as you can see, you start with where you are and then you move to where you want to be, right? Number two, where business goals, written down for the year. Did you have clear business goals for the year? Right. I'd like to see in the chat box. Let's chat. Let's put some comments. Yes or no. Did you have business goals for the year? I want to see how many women had business goals for the year. If there's any change that you need to make from this class, is never live life without goals. Goals are the ships which our dreams ride on. And goals are nothing without action plans, right? So I'd like to say in the chat box, did you have business goals for the year written down? I mean, so we've gone through those first two things, which are very simple. Number one, did you have a clear vision? Number two, did you have goals written down? Number three, did you work in an organized pattern, right? What was your mode of operation in the year 2023? What was your operating system like? Okay, did you say every morning, or rather every day, I open my business by 10 a.m., I post this amount every weekly? Did you have structure for your business operations in the year 2023? Yes or no, right? You don't need to answer too much, in sense that you don't need to put down what your pattern was. The what is going to help you to do is going to see where you made moves and where you did not, right? And in the coming year, it will help you set goals. So, for example, if you didn't work in an organized pattern, one of your goals for the next coming year, which you will start doing in December, so you position right for 2024, is to create a structure for the operations of your business, right? So, this part is just evaluation. Don't go into goal setting yet, right? Number five, did your organized pattern of work make you manage time more effectively? How did you manage your time effectively in the year 2023 for your business, right? How many hours of time was dedicated daily to your business operations, right? So, number six, what challenges did your business encounter last year? Where was your major pain point? Was it in getting customers? Was it in the production of your product or services? Was it in getting capital? Was it in marketing? Was it in sales management? Was it in order fulfillment? What challenge did your business encounter last year? Please specify, right? Number seven, were you able to transform these challenges into opportunities for growth? What did you do about these challenges? Did you close shop? Did you close shop due to these challenges? Did you leave them alone and just, danced around them? What did you do basically about these challenges that you faced, right? Were you able to transform them into opportunities for growth? Okay, so you have your workbook already, these questions. And if you have any questions, please type it in the chat box. We're going to have a short 10 minutes Q&A right after my session, right? And then we'll be having the next session of the evaluation workshop, right? So did you attend any business trainings last year or quarter at all? If you're taking a mini MBA, so that means you got on one. Did you take our business and leadership, entrepreneurship course, which is called BLEC? Did you attend any? Did you, purchase any course? Did you take any training? Did you attend any business seminar? What this will do is that it wants, it will show you how invested you are in developing yourself for the success of your business, right? Success is who you are before what you do, right? So we want to see what level of intentionality did you put into your personal growth for the success of your business, right? Also, in that line, what business skills did you acquire last year? Did you learn marketing? Did you learn social media management? Did you learn business administration? Did you learn bookkeeping? Did you learn funding, grant writing? What skill? And if you didn't have any skill, just write, I had zero skills, right? It means when we're setting goals, we're going to ask ourselves, what skill does my business require from me to move from where I am to where I want to go? So, for example, some businesses have customers, but they are deficient in their customer experience, right? They get a lot of complaints from their customers, right? It means that it will be a great opportunity to take a customer experience training so that you can set systems to have that part of your business more organized, right? So we've gone through the leadership, right? Asking if you had clear goals, clear vision, what skills did you have? Did you work in an organized pattern? What problems and challenges did you have? And what did you do about those problems and challenges, right? Okay. Okay, I need to reshare my screen. Apologies for that. Okay. So now we're going to the second part of the evaluation, which is your financials, right? If you had clear goals for the year, then if you had clear goals, then it would determine what if you had clear goals for the year, then it would determine what budget you had. But let's ask ourselves, did you have a business, or rather did your business work with a budget? So for example, let's say for my salon, I said I want to have a minimum of 100 customers every month, spending at least 5,000 naira in my business. So maybe when customers come and they weave their hair, I could tell them, okay, are you sure you don't want to paint your nails? Are you sure you don't want to, just get a short pedicure, a small pedicure? So maybe a customer is coming into the salon and having her hair weaved for 2,000 naira. And I have a goal of 5,000 naira for 100 customers every year, every month in the year 2023. So it means that I'll be targeting 100 customers to spend at least 5,000 naira in my salon, right? Now, did that objective I had, did I work with a budget? What was my budget for marketing and acquiring those customers? What was my budget for purchasing the nails and the equipment that I had? Did I work with a budget, right? I hope that is really clear. Please let me know if it's clear. Number two, were your sales duly recorded? Did you have sales for every day? What system did you use for recording your sales? Did you use an app? Did you take records of your sales manually? Right. Where your sales duly recorded, that would help your cash flow to see how much money came into the business and how much money went out, right? Did you have any cause to divert your business for personal use? If yes, state the reason. So now, during the year of your business, did you record your expenses and what you use the money for? Maybe purchasing your raw materials and all of that. But did you divert your funds for any personal use, like maybe hospital bills, rent, light, ashwebi, or anything at all? What this will do is show how much discipline you had with your finances. And now what you could do is set up systems that would ensure that before money goes out of your business, the purpose is really defined for and vetoed before expenses are approved within your organization, right? So number three, did you schedule regular review of your income statement last year or quarter? Did you get incomes? Do you even have an official business account, like a bank account? Did you get income statement from your business last year? Let's know if you did that, right? What that will help you do is see how much you were intentional, about knowing how money left the business and came into the business in the year 2023, right? Did you invest a substantial percentage of your profit back into the business? What opportunities for expansion did you provide your business in this year 2023, right? Did you put aside money for savings, right? I always, whenever I do financial models for business owners, I include money for savings, right? Because a business should have enough to invest so that it could also have multiple streams of incomes. The first way to be financially free is to have savings. Then from your savings you'll be able to have enough money to invest, and from your investments you can have expanded you know avenues to create wealth passively while your business, so you make your money work for you. So we want to see how much money did you put for savings. Was your business in debt and why? We want to see what made your business in debt. Did you get to owe your suppliers? Were you unable to purchase new products due to lack of funds? Let's see if your business was in debt and why, right? Like I said, evaluating the business is very simple, right? It's nothing complicated. It's just to help you see where your business is and see decisions that you made and how intentional. I mean, one of the purpose of evaluating your business is just to see how intentional you are, right? And after this workshop, you will become an intentional business owner. That is one thing that is going to happen to you, right? So in your goals, you're going to have how much you want to save monthly as a business, how much you want to make, what your budget will be for setting, projects you want to carry out, right? And how to even expand your reach if you currently have debts so that you can pay back your debts, right? So we're going into the marketing session. We've gone through the leadership, we've gone to the financial. I'd like to see in the chat box if you have any questions so far, right? Let me know if you have any questions so far, right? Okay. So someone said that she can't open her workbook because she's watching on YouTube. What you could do is that if you have another device like a laptop, you could open it on the other device that you have, or you could just listen during the class and then get an idea on how to fill the workbook by yourself. What you could do is make friends on this call and gather together and see how you could fill your workbook together, right? Or if you have a spouse, sit down with your spouse, and you could even use that as a bonding mechanism, right? As a year ends. Okay, honey or hubby or whatever married women call their husbands, I want to evaluate my business and I would like you to help me out with it, right? Okay. So let's go into the marketing session, right? Did you work with a carefully drafted marketing plan? If you did, let's see what your plan was, right? So did you have a marketing plan or did you just do buzzwords for your business? Okay, well, somebody said that they can help me run ads. You just ran ads. What was your marketing strategy in the year 2023? And if you didn't have one, that's okay. There's no condemnation. We are aspiring to refire in this evaluation, right? So let's see if you had a marketing plan. Number two, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well did your marketing plan succeed in connecting with your target market? So, if you had a marketing plan, which of those strategies really worked for you, right? Or did it not work? Or how well did it work? On a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to rate how well your marketing plan worked if you did. What that will do is that it will help you see if you should invest more in a particular strategy or you should reorganize your marketing plan to suit where the market was driving at more towards your business, right? So, number three, based on your media advertising strategy, what was your conversion rate online? So, I'm sure a lot of us use social media as a platform, right? Based on your advertising strategy, the 60% of your business of your customers. So how you could even know is, whenever you sell your products and services, you could have like a feedback form asking your customers, what platform did you encounter us on? Was he a friend? Was he on our Instagram? Was he on our Facebook? Was he on our Twitter? Was he on TikTok? Was he through a flyer? You know, so that will help you know what your online conversion rate was like, right? So you could now see if you have an Excel app or rather Excel tool and you had your sales records, and in your sales records you could see where your customers came in from, you'll be able to know what your conversion rate was online. And if you did not have that record rather, what will happen is that in the coming year you would look for how, maybe when you send an invoice to your customers, right, you see how they can revert on how they came in, or rather you could even write on what platform that customer had made orders through. Was it Instagram? Was it Facebook? Was it WhatsApp? Was it through your retail walk-in store? Was it through a partnered retail outlet and all of that, right? Yeah. So we're going to run through quickly. Which of your marketing strategies did best and why? Why do you think so? So just write that down. Which of your marketing strategies did best and why? Right. So the next question is, which of your marketing strategies didn't do so well and state why? Was it because you didn't put too much money into it? Was it because the follow-up for that strategy wasn't effective? Was it because it was quite an expensive channel to market? Because sometimes, social media ads can, require a certain level of investment, right? How much did you invest in marketing? From your financials, if you had record of your expenses, you know how much was invested in your marketing. How much did you pay graphic designers? How much did you pay content creators? How much did you put into your marketing in the year 2023, right? Were you actively involved with the execution of your marketing strategies, right? How well were you involved? Did you outsource your marketing activity? Was it a staff? Was it outsourced to a social media manager or a digital marketer? Right. So yes, so I'd love you to, outline that. The next question is, how well did your business maximize online platform? For some businesses, sometimes you can be just focused on using your WhatsApp status and you forget that, okay, I should have advertised on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, you know, How well did your business, and even some businesses that have physical outlets, right? Sometimes they could fall into that prey of, not, putting so much energy online because they may just focus on getting sales from customers within their locations, right? So how well did your business maximize the online platform? For this, you could answer based on percentage, or you could say, or you could outline, okay, for Facebook we posted at least 3 times weekly, right? We used our YouTube to sell our products and services. So how well did your business maximize, right? How would you rate your networking skills? How well did you network with suppliers, with partners, with customers? How well was your networking skills in the year 2023? Now, I like the next question, which is so important. Which of your products or services sold the best? And do you know why they sold the best? Was it because this product was cheap? So, for example, let's say for my salon, I will see that 70% of my customers came in for wig revamping, and braiding, right? I'll be able to see that, okay, ladies around my salon, you know most of them have wigs, and like to revamp their wigs from time to time. So what I could do is that I could now create a package, right? 1 month package for revamping of wigs, right? 4 wigs will cost this amount, 5 wigs will cost this amount, 10 wigs will cost this amount, right? So which of your products or services didn't do well or did well, right? I'm just merging those two questions together. Do you have if you have your sales record, you know which product and service did well, right? And for example, if you're someone that sells clothes, right, and you obviously you have different kind of clothes, you have these kind of dresses, jumpsuits. Just ask yourself, did my jumpsuit sell more? Did my trousers sell more? Did my tops sell more? What products sold more and why? It could be the price that made it sell more. It could be the frequency on which I marketed that particular product. It could be because the demand for that product is higher than other products, right? So that's just it on the marketing. So next up, we're going into sales, right? If you do not have record for your sales, you cannot effectively evaluate the sales part of your business. And what you need to do is, moving forward, repent. And I'm sure that's why we're here, to learn how to do business better, right? So if you didn't have sales records, right, what you just need to do is just, put nil in all of them, right? And while Coach Iswa takes us on our planning and strategy, what you'll be doing is seeing how to set up systems for sales record in the coming year. So before 2024 comes out, I want you to open a sheet on your Excel sheet, write out your sales record, or get an app that helps with recording sales, right? So that when you're entering 2024, from the first week already, you already know that every sale that comes in is being recorded, right, in this format. And every month, I'm going to review my sales records and do the needful, right? So for the sales, what percentage of sales did you generate? Right? What percentage of sales did you generate? So, for example, all your products are 100%. Did you sell 30% of your products, 40% of your product? How much of inventory do you still have? And if you're a business that doesn't really have products in that sense, you're more like a service product, right? Just ask yourself, for every service I put out, how much did I sell for that product in the year 2023? Number two, do you know your profit margin? We have a gross profit and net profit, right? Your gross profit is how much revenue you have remaining after how much profits you have remaining after you subtract your revenue from your direct cost. Now, what is the direct cost? Your direct cost is the direct amount of money taken, or rather needed, to deliver a particular product or service. For example, your direct cost will not include your marketing, it will not include your utility bills, it will not include logistics and transportation. So, for example, let's say I sell shoes, my direct cost will be the cost price of that shoes, right? How much did I buy the shoe from the supplier? How much was the packaging box for the shoe, right? So now my direct cost will be the direct amount that it took me to sell that particular product. Do you know your profit margin? Your net profit margins, how much you had after you have subtracted your direct costs and your overhead expenses, which is like your marketing, your transportation, your staff compensation, if you have staff currently in your business and the likes, right? Do you know your profit margin? Do you know how much you made and do you know how much you have as profits, right? Number two, three, how would you rate influx of new customers from having your sales records in a month? How much customers came? How much customers came on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and on a monthly basis, right? How would you rate your influx of new customers? When you have your records, you see if customer Lagbaja was the only one that bought shoes from you in the year, right? Let's see. If customer Lagbaja in that sense was the only one buying your shoes, it shows that you need to increase your reach, right? It could be that customer Lagbaja is your best customer buying the largest amount of products, right? But that means that you're not having new catch, right, in the business. You're not having new clients and new customers, right? Also, what percentage of your revenue was generated from your personal marketing efforts, right? We already spoke about that. You see what channels your customers came in through, and you would know what percentage of your revenue. One of the best ways to calculate your percentages is with an Excel sheet, or if you have an app that does those analysis for you automatically, that is really great. But if not, you could just have an Excel sheet, have your customers, and just do like a pie chart of which customers came in from personal marketing efforts, from you know other clients, from maybe partnerships and the likes, right? Okay, also, how would you rate your ability to close deals? What this could be is like, okay, how many abandoned transactions did you have, right? If you have a lot of abandoned transactions, then it shows that you had potential customers, but your ability to close deals were either poor or great, right? How would you rate your ability to close deals, right? Part of being a salesperson or selling in your business is the ability to close deals, right? How much of time resource was put into studying your competitors? And how did the information gathered enhance your business and its processes? Did you study your competition to see what they're doing well and to see how you can differentiate or leverage, existing services that they are offering, right? To also even differentiate your business and be able to sell your value proposition in the right manner, right? How much of time did you put into analyzing your competitors in the year 2023? So we've gone through leadership, financial, sales, and marketing. Right now, we're going to go into customer experience, which is very important, right? In the last 1 year, which is the year 2023, what was the percentage of returning customers, right? So, I mean, if you do not have sales records, then this part will not be, easy or possible, right? So, in the last year, what was the percentage of returning customers? Did you have a lot of one-off customers or you had returning customers? So, for example, let's say I have a salon, right? And I see that maybe I had like 10 customers visit my salon at least 3 times that month. It shows that I was doing something well, right? It shows that my ability to retain my customers is high, right? So, how much of your returning customers did you have? I would also like to even include another question. How did you keep tabs on your customers? So maybe like after you had a customer visit your salon, did you send them a welcome or a thank you message, and letting them know products and services that are coming up or are existing? Did you check up on them during the month to ask, okay, has your wig already gotten, due for another revamping? Okay, we know that you braided your hair last month and it's already 1 month. Do you need to wash your braids or, remake them? Or what new look do you want for the coming year, right? So in the last 1 year, what was the percentage of returning customers that you had? Number two, what was the percentage of customer referrals last year? You would have this from your sales record, knowing how your customers came in. How many of your customers came in from referrals? That will show how well, your existing clients and customers, were satisfied with you, the experience they had with your business, right? That would show you if to, what to continue doing with your customer experience or how to better your customer experience, right? Also, did you consciously develop a retainership plan for your customers? Retainership plans are plans that, businesses, you know, put in place to have customers returning. So maybe you could have a strategy like, if you visit a salon 3 times, or your second, or maybe you come in and you spend at least 10,000 naira, you will get a free pedicure on your next visit, right? What was your retainership plan? So let's say I sell donuts, right? Or let's say I sell shoes. Let's say I buy shoes worth of 30,000 naira. I'll be able to get free slippers or sandals on my next purchase, right? What was your retainership plan? What is the percentage of positive feedback? Did you put a feedback system for customers to, give their reviews on your business in the year 2023? If not, you will need to put that in place, right? What was the percentage of negative feedback? Where were customers' complaints the most? Was it in order fulfillment? That would now say, okay, let's say that it was in order fulfillment. It will mean that you would need to, it means that you will need to, like maybe change your logistic partner. It will mean that maybe your sales personnel, or if you are the sales personnel, you need to be quicker in getting orders fulfilled, right? So, what was the percentage of negative feedback you have? Did you always deliver a wow customer experience? The customers always come back in the year 2023 say, okay, I used your product, and trust me, I know I've visited other salons, but I never visited a salon where I had this, amount of warmth, personal attention and all of that. Right? What was the wow that your customers gave you in the year 2023? How would you rate the quality of your products and services? The truth is that every business owner knows this. We know what we're doing well and what we're not doing well, right? And sometimes it's not because you don't want to do well. It could just be basic, maybe because of your current financial capacity or human resource capacity. But how would you rate the quality of your products and services? Let's say you sell earrings, right? Did customers have their earrings fading, right? Or did you buy low quality just because of you wanted to sell at a low rate? How would you rate the quality of your products and services? Let's say you sell donuts. How much how much let's say how much quality healthy products were used in the production of your donuts in the year 2023, right? So we're going to round up really soon for this session, right? We're going into management, right? Did your business expand after the end of last year's financial year? So we're saying in the year 2022, if you had records, right? Did you see an expansion? Expansion could be in products, it could be in the services, it could be in the financial or your revenue. Did you expand in revenue? Did you expand in your products and services? Did you expand in your customer base? Did you expand in maybe at first you were operating as a strictly online business and then you now had one retail outlet, right? Did your business expand after the end of last year's financial year, right? How often did you train staff members? And if you're currently the only staff in your business, we already spoke about that in the leadership. What capacity development initiatives did you take in the year 2023? This will show us how to position, because when knowledge is power, right? When your staff is knowledgeable and enlightened, then the capacity of your business is able to expand. You could have staff come up and say, okay, you know what, Ma, in this year 2024, I want us to make 10 million naira every quarter, right? And this is the idea, this is the strategy I have for it. When you train your staff or yourself, you have the capacity to see larger, decipher opportunities better and position for them as well, right? Are your staff conversant with all your business processes? In the year 2023, did staff give you problem? Did you have customers always coming to, rather, your staff always asking you the same questions over and over again? What that could show is that the staff did not have clarity on their particular roles within your organization, and you might need to have an SOP, which is a standard operating procedure, right, for your operations. If you did have your staff conversant with the business processes, give a description of what systems you placed, right? Number number 5, yes, number 4, did your staff have clearly defined job descriptions? Yes or no? Did you clearly define the roles of your staff? What your expectation of them is in the business? What this helps is to allow teamwork and efficiency within your organization. And if you were the only one working in your business, did you also define every function that was needed for your business to effectively run in the year 2023? Right. Also, how efficient are your business SOPs? That is, if you have one, right? The standard operating procedures that you have put in place, how efficient were they? Were they follow through, or do they need remodeling to fit your current business reality, right? Okay, so look at your SOPs. If you had one, are they still relevant for your current business model, or do they need to be reworked? And if you didn't have one, how can you put that system in place, right? Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, rate the interpersonal interactions between co-workers. As business owners, our staff are a very, very major, or rather, they play a major role in the success of our business. We want to, continually create and foster, growth and the well-being of our customers within our organization. Even if people are not going to be with us forever, we want them to have said that, okay, while I worked on this business, I was able to make this amount of friends, have this quality relationship. I was able to grow, into this level of capacity. What how was Were there a lot of fights in the organization where staff had loggerheads with each other? And this will help you put a system in place. So for example, maybe you can now start team bonding monthly, or maybe set up a buddy system for your staff, even if it's just 2 to 3 staff you have, right? What was the interpersonal interactions between your co-workers, right? What is the percentage of staff turnover, high or low? What factors would you attribute to your response, right? What is staff turnover, right? What is the staff turnover in your business? If your business is a small business and it doesn't have a staff, like a staff base, that's okay, right? Okay, so the next thing, describe your talent acquisition process. How would you rate your recruitment processes, right? If your business currently employs, staff, what's your model? Do you outsource your recruitment? Do you put up ads on LinkedIn and Instagram or your WhatsApp status? What is your current talent acquisition process like? Because what this could do is that it could mean that the process that you're currently adopting is the reason why you are employing staff that are giving you headache, right? Maybe you're just okay randomly on my status, anybody, and you're not really reviewing their CV. You have no idea about um their abilities at their previous workplace and all of that. So we need you to outline your current strategy of acquiring staff and see what it looks like and see where you need to change. So for example, maybe you need to now partner with Jobberman or LinkedIn, or maximize LinkedIn, or be more intentional about going to the CVs of the individuals that you are employing within your organization. This section is the management part of your business, right? Okay, so what new strategies were employed last year in your business? What new strategies were employed? So maybe let's say in my salon, in quote, let's say I was just, maybe I realized that, Mondays I barely have I barely have customers coming because Mondays are busy and no one is really thinking of making their hair. And then what I did, that was my salon now operated from Tuesdays to Sundays, or we started operating 24 hours on the weekends, right? Or let's say we opened a section for bridal, services and all of that. What new strategies did my business, let's say I partnered with jewelry stores to also have jewelry sold at the, or I partnered with makeup artists to have a makeup stand in my makeup and gele stand in my salon, so that when customers come, they could get their hair done, get their makeup done, get their gele tied, and have my salon operate as a full beauty grooming, service business, right? So, what new strategies were employed last year and rate its impact, right? Were there any impact of governmental policies on your business? Did you have issues with NAFDAC? Did you have issues with CSC? Did you have issues with the regulatory bodies within your industry, right? And what impact do they have on your business? So we're coming into the last session, right, which is the personal. State your most prominent strength last year. So this could do a bit of thinking. What was your prominent strength last year? Was it my ability to bounce back after having challenges? Was it my ability to acquire new customers? Was it my ability to network? Was it my ability to implement my sales strategies? Was it my goal setting? Was it my customer retention? Was it my operations? What was my prominent strength last year? This will help you leverage your strengths in the coming year, right? Also, I'd like you to state your prominent weakness, right? What do you think that you really struggled with? Maybe as a business, you kind of struggled with leadership in, organizing your staff, and that really caused a lack of synergy within the operations. What was your prominent weakness, right? What was that weakness? So you could see how to, bring in accountability and set up systems to not let those weaknesses pose as threats to the success of your business. What did you do right in the year 2023? Evaluation doesn't only look at what is wrong, it also looks at what is right to continue and expand in that line, right? What did you do wrong as well, right? I mean, those are self explanatory, so we don't need to hammer too much on those, right? If you were given a time capsule, I love this one, to go back in the time to the start of the last year, what would you do differently and why? When you answer this question, what it does is that it poses an opportunity for you to now do that in the coming year. And what I love about this business evaluation is that you could take next week to now set goals and systems so that you launch into 2024, you know well and strategically. So you don't wait till the beginning of the year. One thing I like about the calendar in this year is that January 1st is Monday. So by Sunday, you should have your systems and your processes in place. January 1st, you refire, right? Which is a Monday. I know there's nothing like special about a Monday, but it's just because it's just like you're just entering the new year with a new week, right? And so you're able to position, right? So if you were given a time capsule to go back in the time to the start of last year, what would you do differently and why? These questions are introspective for you to ask yourself, why. What were the highlights of your last year's fiscal year? List three highlights, right? What were the highlights, right? Was it you know your growth, right? Was it your revenue? Was it your customers? What were the highlights, right? Was it new strategies? Was it new relationships you acquired, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, lastly, how would you rate the performance of your business last year or last quarter? Would you say that, oh, I performed below average? I did well, actually. It's okay to say you did well, right? Satisfactory, okay, I did excellent. I actually over delivered in the year 2023. Or you could say, okay, I didn't really do too much. I was trying to manage home, manage work, manage my 9 to 5, and manage my business, right? And so on a scale of 1 to 10, I did poorly, I did average, I did good, I did satisfactory, or I did excellent, right? So those are the questions that you need to answer for the evaluation of your business. What is going to happen is that as you go through these questions and evaluate the business, you would also use these parameters to set goals for the next year, right? Thank you so much for staying with me up to this time. I hope that I did not confuse you, but I convinced you on the purpose of evaluating your business. I hope you also saw insights into areas of your business that you probably might not have thought about evaluating or even setting systems for in the last year, right? All right, so I would go right into a short Q&A, right? And I would like to, see your questions and take at least 3 questions to know what, questions that you love to me to answer concerning the evaluation part of your business, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to have Coach Iswa come up next, and then we'll take all the questions and answers at once, right? So Coach Iswa and I would have a session where we would answer questions. So what I'll need you to do is to pen down your questions, and we'll take all questions for the evaluation and the goal setting part at once. Okay. So next up, I will be inviting Coach Iswa to come up on board. Thank you, everyone. Do have a good night. Bye bye. See you soon.
Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me, please? All right, thank you. Can you hear me now? Okay. Let me see. Let me know that you can hear me. All right, thank you. I mean, thank you so much, Coach Eddie. That was such a fantastic session. I enjoyed every single bit of it. Thank you. And it was quite comprehensive. Would you agree with me that that was quite comprehensive? What we did in that first part was to cover every single aspect of business. And I really love that. So let me see in the comment segment, all right, what did you learn? What are you going to implement? Shortly after this, we would have the question and answer, but I just want to run you through a couple of things. You see, I in working in the last 7 years with several thousands of women, I have come to see and realize that when it comes to strategic planning, when it comes to goal setting, you cannot substitute these things for anything else. You see, we all come to a point in our lives and our businesses when nothing is ever the same. I mean, I can tell you for free, I'm sure we all know that since the year 2020, since the onset of COVID-19, the world has not been the same. I mean, since the war in Ukraine has persisted, the world rather has not been the same. And so there are several changes that has happened over time. One of the things that made a turning point for me in life and business was for me realizing that I'm solely responsible for the results I get or the results I do not get in my life or business. And over the years, I've studied successful people and even the subjects of success. And I can see how strategic thinking, when I say that, I mean goal setting, are closely linked to the success that an individual can achieve. What we have done with this evaluation session is to help you see the areas of your business that you must pay attention to. It's so sad that most times people run businesses and are completely clueless about what they should be focusing on. Every quarter, every year at least. Someone that asked me a couple of days ago and says, okay, how often do I need to evaluate my business? And I said, if you can do it once a year, that's good. If you can do it every quarter, that's fantastic. But do you know it's difficult to evaluate, a process when you never even started with goals in the first place? And that's why in the month of January, we're actually going to have a goal strategy session. It's called Sold Out 2024, right? Sold Out 2024. And we will, put you in a step-by-step boot camp on how you can actually sell out in the year 2024. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is simply a knowledge gap. The bridge between where you are and where you want to be is knowledge. And if you bridge that knowledge, that means you can accomplish your goals and everything that you actually set out to do for the year 2024. And so it's important that you actually know where you are. And that's why evaluating your business is very important. And so I want you to take this session really seriously. Yes. After this, go take that book and go sit with it. See, we live in a very dramatic era. I don't know. I don't think there's been a more dramatic business era in the whole of history, right? Again, we also live in one of the best times. I say one of the best times because of technology. Technology has brought the world to our fingertips. Technology has made the world of business easier to navigate. And so it means that we typically do not have an excuse not to maximize the resources we have around us. And so please, I want to say as a business owner, don't sleep through a revolution, right? Don't sleep through the change that is happening. I mean, we have seen businesses, global brands go under. Is it Blockbuster, Nokia, BlackBerry? We have seen that, businesses that refuse to change, businesses that refuse to evaluate their processes, businesses that refuse to get in touch and in tune with their times can easily just fade away. And I bet you don't want that to happen to your business. That's why it's important that you do not work with an obsolete business model. So is your business model obsolete, or is your business model still informed? Is your business model, current with the times that we live in? Is your business model technology compliant? Right? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. And so it's not just okay to sit down and run your business from January to December. And all you want to do is count the amount of money you have in your bank account. Whilst that is good, you also need to be able to account for every single day that business opened. What did you achieve? And that's why, your most important job as an entrepreneur is not to run helter skelter. It's not to learn how to bake or learn how to do great makeup, right? Or learn how to sew. Your most important job as an entrepreneur is strategic thinking. You must be the biggest strategist in your business, all right? And that strategy will give birth to exceptional marketing, because without that, your business cannot survive, because sales is the lifeblood of your business. If your business is not selling, you will be out of business in a short time. And by strategically thinking, you will increase your profitability and even your level of fulfillment and satisfaction in life. So as we go through this next part, the part 2 of this business assessment workbook, I'm simply going to be asking you questions, right? Now, based on this assessment for this last 1 year, what are the critical areas you need to work on? Again, like I said, knowledge is the gap. You're simply accomplishing the results that you have right now because of what you know. That's the truth. If you want to change the results you're getting in life, then change what you know. It's as simple as that. If you remember when you were in kindergarten, it was very easy for you to cry when you were asked, oh, what's 1 + 1? And then you will cry and I don't know, you weep, and you found it so difficult. Imagine you were asked in primary one or grade one, what's 1 + 1? I mean, you literally look at the person, you're like, auntie, why are you asking me such a simple question? I'm not a baby. Have you seen children say, I'm not a baby, right? Yeah, simply because they have grown. In the last 1 year, did you grow? Did you grow? Did you grow mentally? Did you grow in your business acumen? Did you grow in your ability to sell? Did you grow? Excuse me, please. What just happened? Did you grow? All right. I'm sure the power is restored. Did you grow? Would you say that you grew in business? What would you say that you were able to accomplish rather? What would you say you were able to do? That's very important for you to be able to answer. So this is your business assessment. Your business assessment is simply your life result. What do you currently see about where you are? That's very important. Now, I want to show you some very five important critical areas that you need to focus on when it comes to your business, right? Number one, sorry, please, can you hear me? I apologize. Something must have happened to power and I cannot really figure it out right now. But please, let's continue. Let me know that you can hear me. So if you type in the comments, you can hear me. All right, that will really, really help me. So I want to focus on 5 critical areas, that you must develop yourself in the coming year. Let me know you can hear me. Once you can hear me, let me know, and then we'll continue. All right, based on your assessment, as you assess, we're saying what are the critical areas you need to work on. Okay, let me know. So type if you can hear me, let me know quickly. That will help me. Okay, thank you very much. So what do you need to focus on? Okay, based on your assessment in this year, you must have critical areas. You must have skills that you're saying, I want to learn and master this skill in this year. Trust me, whatever result it is that you are accomplishing this year, you're only accomplishing that result simply because of where you are. That's all right, simply because of where you are. That's why you're accomplishing the result that you're getting. So if you want to change your result, what you should focus on is what you know. Please, if you don't take anything out of this strategy session tonight, go write that down. You need to focus on what you know exactly, because what you know will influence the results you are getting. Do you understand me? So one of the areas I'll give you for free that you need to begin to learn about is strategic planning. When you are developing a clear vision, a clear mission, a strategy for your business, you are setting goals, short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals. Your objectives are clear to you. Do you have strategic objectives for your business? What do you see? What do you envisage? These things are very important. If you don't plan strategically for your business, you really cannot arrive at your desired destination. So it's not just enough to say, oh, this year we did well. What's the parameter of doing well in your business? And that's why goal setting is important. Goal setting, now your goals, or rather the art of setting goals, now becomes like your guide into deciding what's working and what's not working. All right. Number 2, you need to focus on your financial management. Hey, I see women, it's so easy for women to spend their money, their business money, on other things because we are very compassionate. And so you take your business money, you begin to sort out house bills, and then you just find your business repeating a certain cycle simply because you're not able to scale. The cash flow in your business is very slim. You need to focus on cash flow management, increasing your cash flow. Because if you can increase your cash flow, then your profit can increase, your profitability as well can increase. You need to look at risk management. Where did you experience loss this year? Okay, did you have staff members that cheated your business? Did you have unproductive staff? Did you experience theft? All of these things are important because they help you to see what you need to do. So you need to focus on financial management. Get all the skills, learn. And that's why I'm going to encourage every woman listening to me tonight, be a part of what we're doing here at LLBI. Learn everything. We have so many free sessions, so many free resources and paid resources. Be a part of it. Learn. Open your mind to learning something new every single time. That's very, very important. Okay. Now, of course, number 3, you need to focus on your marketing and sales. No market, no marketing, no business, no sales, you are definitely out of business. All right. So you need to focus on that a lot. That will really help you. Please don't forget this. You need to craft out a very effective sales and marketing strategy. That is very important. I hope you can see me now. That's very, very important in your business. Okay, now these critical areas I mentioned, and there are much more. We have customer service. How do you build positive customer relations? How do you solve customer related issues, right? How do you keep your customers coming back? I remember a couple of years ago, I went to a particular salon. I went to this salon and because so I have natural hair, and sometimes you just don't find. A couple of years ago, there were not many salons that would know how to treat natural hair really nicely. And so I've seen my friend. She came back and her hair was looking so nice, and I said, "Oh, where's this salon? Please, let me go there," and all of that. My first visit to that salon, they gave me a loyalty card. All right, so on the loyalty card, I had about 20 slots, I think. So the first time you get to that salon, they give you, I think it's a 25% discount. And then you have the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time when you come, they give you a 50% discount. Now, ladies, let's talk about it. A simple hairdo. You want to braid your hair now. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. They're probably charging you like maybe 25,000 naira, for instance. And then they tell you that you have a loyalty card that tells you that by the fifth time that you come to do your hair, you get 50% off. Oh, more, I'm already thinking. So what kind of hairstyle do I want to do? At that time, I'm thinking about the baddest hairstyle ever. Maybe the kind of hairstyle where I would spend, 50,000 naira, 40,000 naira, for instance, to make that kind of hairstyle. Wow. Why? Because there is a promise of a 50% discount. What do you think they did to me? They will keep me coming for those 5 times in their business. Can you imagine? I mean, I think I even saw something about you and a friend get a 30% discount or something like that. I was so proud of that business. I don't know the business owner, but I was so proud. And I said, somebody is thinking in this business, because what you have done for me is to give me a reason to come back 5 times and even more. I mean, and the longer you came, the more juicier the offer got. By the time you come 10 times, you actually get it free of charge, right? Whether your hair extensions or making your hair. I mean, that is so fantastic. I loved it because I said, somebody is thinking right in this business. And that's what business is about. It's really about strategic thinking. You need to be able to think about every single thing in that business. All right. So number 2, we're on the part 2 of the workbook. We talked about, based on your assessment for last year, what are the critical areas you need to work on in your business? All right. It's financial management, customer service, marketing and sales, innovation and technology. How do you infuse technology into everything that you do in your business? This is very important. Please don't be caught in the dark ages. The world is moving on. All right. So learn the skills that you need to learn. Become versatile. See how you can plug in technology into your business. It's very important. Then number 2, you have to list out critical success factors for this year, okay, or the year 2024. What are your critical success factors for your business? What are they? All right. Marketing and sales, number 1. Your personal development, developing the skills, improving your business acumen. That is very important. Talent management. How do you hire the right people? How do you retain the right people? That is very important. How do you bring in technology into your business that is very, very important. Customer service. How can you improve your customer service? Product management. What do you do about your product and service? Are there things that you can do? Are there complementing products or services you can attach to what you already have? These things are very important. You need to look at them, list the critical success factors you have for your business. Number 3, what are your goals and objectives for this new year? See, without goals, you can't accomplish anything. And goals are the fire in the furnace of achievement. There's no furnace without fire. And if we say goals are the fire in the furnace of achievement, it means that you cannot achieve anything without goals. When you set goals, what goals do for you? It creates clarity in your mind. You agree with me that you really cannot achieve anything if you're not clear about it, okay? It's one thing to say, I just want to make money. The next question is, how? How do you want to make money? What goals do for you is it helps you become absolutely clear on what you should be doing. This is very, very important, okay? So what are your goals and objectives for this new year? If you don't know how to set goals, you must not miss our sold out workshop in 2024. It's in January, all right? Don't miss the sold out workshop. There, we're going to break it down how to set goals, and particularly how you can sell out in the year 2024. Okay, so please make sure you turn on your post notification for Instagram. Be there, attend it, okay? And you're going to realize that we'll give you a roadmap on how to navigate the year 2024. Okay, so what are your goals and objectives for this year? This is very important. You need to do it. Number 4, what areas do you need to read on consistently? Business owners that don't read, oh my God, you can't scale. Why? You see, reading is like muscles to your mind. When you go to the gym, you don't just, pump irons and, in 90 minutes or 30 minutes or in one day, your muscles are all buffed up. No, it takes you a while of going there consistently. One of the things that reading consistently will do for you is that it will refine the process of your thinking. If you find yourself stuck too many times in business, you don't know how to navigate, you don't know how to solve your problems, you're not sure what to do, you're constantly stuck, constantly it's like someone who is swimming and they're gasping for breath because they are drowning. If your business is constantly drowning, you are always trying to save your business from drowning. That means there are many foundational things that you do not know and do not understand about your business. Now, you need to take a very, very proactive stance to actually begin to learn. And one of the easiest ways you can learn is being in a community like this and reading. I will tell you that reading has changed my life again and again and again and again and again. Okay, so start reading. What areas do you need to read on consistently? Do you need to read on setting goals, getting there? You need to learn how to market your business. Please, by all means, take courses that allow you to do that. Join the community, begin to network. Do you need to learn how to network? You go for an event and you can't you don't know how to network. You can't talk to strangers. You can't pitch your business. You need to pitch. You need to learn how to network. So you itemize what areas you need to read on consistently. The only way you are able to decide what areas you need to read on is when you have done a full evaluation and analysis of your life and business. Do you struggle with time management, right? You're always late for your appointments. You always miss customer orders. That means you struggle with being organized. All right, that's time management, that's being organized, that's personal leadership. You need to learn about these things. You need to come into a community that helps you to develop the skills that you need to be successful. All right, so you need to be absolutely clear on the areas you need to read on consistently. If you do this business evaluation, it's so simple. It can help every area of your life. For the part where you have marketing and sales, maybe you take your time management, for instance. Maybe you take your health. Maybe you take your feeding food. Maybe you take your finances. So you can absolutely take this model and adopt it for any aspect of your life, your marriage, raising your children, your academics. It is really, really, really proficient. Okay. Number 5, very similar to number 4. What trainings would you be required to take this year? Again, we seem to be hammering a lot on what you need to learn and what you need to learn and what you need to learn. Yes, you need to keep on learning. There's something I found about very successful people. It's one thing to be successful. It's another thing to stay successful. They are two different things. You see, People that do stay successful, let me tell you, they are people that are constantly learning. They put a premium on knowledge. Do you put a premium on knowledge? There's no way you want to you want to scale in business, you want to accomplish your goals, and you don't want to put a premium on learning. I'm telling you, the fact that there are certain things you do not know, it will limit the results you get in life. You know, we've heard this ignorant statement. Oh, what you don't know cannot affect you. I tell you, what you don't know is affecting you 100%, because what you don't know could be the reason you are where you are today. So you need to learn. What training do you need to take this year? Okay. You are running a business, you've never been to a business school, you need to go to a business school. You need to learn about business. Okay. I remember in the last workshop, we're talking about the fact that this is one thing to know a skill, it's another thing to know business. Business is different, and that's why you find out that successful people, they can run all kinds of businesses. I don't have to have a flair for cement making to have a cement making factory. No, I simply need to understand how that industry works. I simply need to understand the basic principles of running a business, and once I understand that, there's literally no business I cannot run. The first thing when it comes to investing or running a business is knowledge. Get the knowledge, get the knowledge, get the knowledge, and you'll find out that you are empowered to accomplish the results that you desire. Okay, so number 5, what trainings would you be required to take this year? You need to be absolutely clear on it and make that decisions to actually go take those trainings. You may say, okay, the kind of trainings I want to take, I cannot afford them for now. But where you are, there are certain trainings you can afford. Start with those ones. Start with the free. Progress to the ones that are not so expensive. And then progress to the ones that are expensive. Whether you like it or not, you are where you are because of what you know. If you want to get to your next level, if you want to attain new heights, you want to be able to scale in your business, you need to know, you need to begin to upgrade your knowledge right now. Number 6, I want to hurry up so we can have our question and answer. Number 6, what relationships would you need to cultivate this year? Very important. What relationships would you need to cultivate this year? Do you have a business coach? All right. Do you have women in your circle who are go-getters? They are aspiring um, business owners. They are women who have put a premium on their growth. They want to grow. Now, don't tell me that, oh, it doesn't matter. It matters. The people around you influence your thoughts and the ideas you can come up with. That is so true. We are where we are today because of the people we know, the books we have read, the trainings we have attended or not attended, the environments we have exposed ourselves to. So if you're going to change your level, you must also change your network, because your network is your network. So make sure that around you, you have the right people. You have people that can coach you in business. You have people that can hold your hand and teach you things that you don't know. That's very important. Number 7, right here is, who is your business coach or mentor for the year 2024? Do you know? Do you know? Or do you think, oh, it's not important? It is very, very, very important. You must have a coach. You must have a mentor. You must have somebody who is committed to your business success. All right. You must be in a community where you have people who can hold your hand. This is very important. Success is attainable by the people that pull you up and the people that support you on the side and the people that push you from under. If you're going to be successful, these relationships must be complete in your business growth and your business journey. Number 8, what new skill do you need to develop? This is very important. Okay, so do you need to master time management, for instance? That's a skill. You need to master personal leadership. That's a skill. You need to master the art of marketing and selling. That's a skill. You need to master communications and public speaking. That's a skill. So, but you need to learn, you need to know what skill you need to develop so that you enter the year with, I call it, laser focus on the things you want to do. You see, the Pareto principle talks about the 80-20 rule, talks about the 20% of your activities that give you 80% of your result. What are they? Do you know them? What is that 20% that can move the needle in your finances? You need to know. Not every activity in your business has the same level of impact. If you don't know which activity produces this level of impact and this level of results, you find yourself turning in many areas, doing many things, achieving nothing. And so it just looks like you are just like a rolling ball, a rolling stone, gathering no moss. You can't allow that happen to you. So you need to be very, very intentional. What skill do you need to develop? You're saying, okay, I need to master time management. I need to master goal setting. I need to master communication. I need to know how to network. All right. I need to know how to sell, how to close deals. Very important. You must have skills that you need to master. I would say at least a list of 3 skills that you must master in the coming year. This is very important. Okay. Number 9. I say, what steps do you need to take to overcome inertia? Very, very true. All of us, experience inertia one way or the other. It's very true. That you need that push. You desire that impetus, something to just push you and make you do those things. What steps do you need to take to overcome inertia? Number 1, let me just give you some for free. Have a clear vision. If your vision is not clear, you will not be motivated to do what you need to do. One of the reasons why people cannot attain success, they do not have a clear vision. You can't be strategic without a vision. So you need to have a clear vision. If your vision is not clear, you are not able to chart a course to what you want to accomplish. Number 2, if you don't have goals that are in line with the vision that you have, designed, you will not be able to accomplish your vision. Number 3, in charting a course, all right, writing those goals, you need to be clear on the action plans that you need to take every single day. So for instance, you have a 1-year plan. You break that 1-year plan into 52 weeks. You break that 52 weeks into 365 days. What do you need to do every single day? There are little things, all right? It's called the winning edge concept. Just little things that can really create massive impact in the results that you are getting. There are some things that you must do every single day. You need to have a clear action plan. You have a vision, you set a goal, you come up with an action plan, and then you actually do take steps every single day. Have milestones that show you that you have accomplished ABC, XYZ. This is very important. Number 10. Now, what steps would you take towards expanding your business in the new year? You can't just do the same old, same old, same old, same old. All right. Now, we are here and we want to help you expand. We want to help you move from where you are to where you want to be. What steps would you take towards expanding your business in this new year? You need to know. So, are you saying, okay, we need to reach more customers, we need to have more products, we need to increase our product line, or we need to collaborate with more existing businesses like ours? What exactly do you need to do that will help you towards business expansion in this new year? So these questions, ladies, are very important, and I'd like you to take your time and ensure that you go through them, every single one of them, and you answer these questions. If you feel like, okay, you need us to help you, you're stuck somewhere, please reach out and we'll gladly, help you navigate for the year 2024. But don't forget, in the coming year, we have sold out 2024. All right, step-by-step processes of what you need to do so that your business is positioned for greater profitability in the year 2024. All right, so thank you so much. Now it's time for questions, and Coach Eddie will be back so we can have your questions. Post your questions. We want to hear from you, and we'll help you answer those questions. All right, so whilst I was speaking or Coach Eddie was speaking, you had questions that you needed to be answered. We are here, so we're going to have another 10 minutes. So I was rushing so we could be done, and 10 minutes, I want to answer those questions. Welcome back, Coach Eddie.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that beautiful session.
Thank
Yes.
you. So let's answer your question, ladies. You have questions. What are your questions? What are you thinking? What do you want to? Is there anything that wasn't clear to you, or you want specific questions on how you are able to navigate? Okay, so watching on YouTube to help you to answer these questions. Okay, so please send in your questions. Let's see it. Sending your questions, and every question is important and valid. So please feel free. Okay, I'm looking up for your questions on YouTube. So let's hear from you. Let's see what your questions are. So how are you going to make this knowledge useful? How are you going to chart a course in the year 2024? What would you do differently? The questions are quite elaborate and very exhaustive, right? So in every aspect of your business, you have those questions. There may be parts of your business where you didn't even know that you needed to evaluate. So now you have something to do over the holiday. You sit down, ask yourself these questions, and then would help you navigate. All right. So let's have your questions, ladies. What are your questions? Would like to hear from you. What are your questions? What are your questions? What do you want clarity on? Are the aspects of the business? I'm trying to check on YouTube just in case it doesn't drop here on time. So what are your questions? Okay, you see one question says, how do I market myself more to gain more customers and expand my business? Wow. I know marketing is the number one problem that most businesses have. Do you agree with me, Coach Eddie? That marketing is the foundational question, challenges that most businesses have. When it comes to marketing, when it comes to selling, you can't run your business without marketing and sales. It's not possible. So what do you need to do to gain more customers and expand your business? Number one, you need to be clear on who your target market is. I remember a lady, she told me, so she bakes, what's it called now, um cakes that
Banana.
don't yeah, no, not banana bread, the cakes so healthy cakes. Healthy cakes.
Okay.
Healthy cakes are quite expensive, right? Slightly overly expensive beyond the regular price. And so she bakes healthy cakes. And then she was trying to sell to people who don't value healthy cakes. And they said, please, madam, I just want a cake for my daughter's birthday. Just do anything for me. I don't even care what's inside. If you like, wrap paper inside, I'll put icing on top. I don't care. I just want a beautiful cake, for my daughter's business. And really, that's how most people think, right? So if you're not reaching your target audience who appreciate your healthy cake, all right, then you will not be able to get people who appreciate that product. Okay, so number one, you need to be clear on what your target audience is, all right? Who's your target market? Do you know who they are? I remember a lady saying, oh, I run a primary school and a crush. And I asked her, who's your target audience? And she said, children. Haba, no, children are not your target audience, right? Because children cannot pay their school fees. Yes, your business serves children, but children are not your target market, all right? So you need to be clear to know your target market first. That's very important. When you know who they are, then you are able to develop strategies to be able to reach them. Okay. We have another question. All right, someone says in goal setting, what are the things I need to consider? Can my personal and business goals be the same, or can they be in conflict? Okay, so I'd say first of all, you need to separate your personal goals from your business goals. There are different aspects of your life. One aspect of your life is your business. The second aspect, so that's one aspect of your life. And that aspect can be your marriage, relationships. And that aspect can be your academics. And that aspect can be your health. All right. So I believe for every area of your life, you have goals. If you don't, you actually need to have goals for every single area of your life. All right. So I would say, first of all, that your business goals and your personal goals should not be in conflict if you see that your business is a part of your life. So, number three, in setting goals, what are the things you need to consider? Number one, the first question is, what do you want? I think that's the first thing you need to consider. What do you want? What do you want to achieve? What you want to achieve will inform the goals that you should set. So, I give an example, for instance. Um, say that I want to make $100,000 in my business. Okay, I want to make $100,000. If I divide $100,000 by 12 months, that's an average of about 8,000. Maybe you can put it at maybe $8,500 every month. All right, 8,500. Yeah, or yeah, $8,500 every month. I then need to ask myself, what do I want to do to make that amount? Okay, so I break it down into weeks, into days, or into the number of products This is very important. I break it down into the number of products. So you need to be very clear. Once you know what you want to achieve, what you want to achieve will inform the goals that you need to set. All right. So in goal setting, we start from the end and then we work backwards to the beginning. So you start from the end and work backwards to the beginning. The end will be what you want to achieve. And then you come to the beginning and say, now what do I need to do so that I can get to this particular destination? All right. So I hope I answered that. Um, all right, so Eddie, I'll give you this question. Nana says, how can I reduce my family expenses on my business?
Okay, so like Coach Iswa had said, you separate your personal life from your business life, right? So as a business owner, you should know what amount of your profits are going into your personal salary, right? So if your business pays you, you know how much. Your family has no business with the business, revenue and all of that, right? So what happens is that you know what you can afford for your family expenses from your business. So you should know how much you can afford to pay yourself as you grow, right? And then how you budget for your personal life will be around your salary from your business. But a certain percentage of your business should go into paying yourself back. As a business owner, you can decide in the first year not to even take any money from your business, right? But as you grow, because you have a life and you expect to be comfortable from your business. That's why you're in business, to make profits. So what you do is that you know the amount that you can pay yourself and then budget for your family expenses from that salary. So that's how you simply do it.
All right. Can I add to that? I'll just say that when it comes to what's the word now? Reducing family expenses. I know it's one challenge that most women have, where they are dipping, their hands into their business money, and the business just remains small, right? They find out that the business is not able to navigate. I mean, let me just chip this in. So, somebody was telling me a story about a particular couple. Now, imagine they are both farmers, and they actually do have farms beside each other, right? So it means the same rain falls on their land, um, the same sun shines on their land, and the same resources are available for both of these farmers, even though they're husband and wife. But guess what happens? The man always has more yield over the woman's farm. Why? Now, she will take her bags of stuff to the house every single time and will take very little to the market. The man packs all he has and takes it to the market. While this woman will pack some of hers to the house, and then what used to happen? It always would reduce her yield every single time. Now, this is what I tell women, and I know that you have needs, but I also want to remind you that you are building an empire and not just a side hustle. So, what do you need to do really? You simply need to put structure around your finances. There must be money in your business that you don't have complete access to. So, for instance, say that you run a farm and you need some money for running costs. And because you need some money for running costs, there's that temptation to have all the money available to you. And so, before you know, you're just able to withdraw money here and there. What you do when you make sales in your business, at the onset, excuse me, divide the money. All right, know what you're going to use for running costs, know what's for the future of your business. That's why you must put money aside for your business so that you are able to scale and so you are able to take hold of opportunities. There must be a percentage that you can take from your business. If you call it your business salary, that's fine. But you must not go over that percentage, no matter the need that comes up. You have to see and respect your business as an entity and not just, dip your hand into your business pocket and keep on withdrawing money all the time. So one thing you can do is decide on a percentage. You have to sit down with your financial officer, for instance, all right, or somebody who can help you do that and decide. If you can, it's very simple. There are ways you can do this, all right, but we can't discuss all of it here. What you need to do is sit down and decide, okay, if it's 10% I have for my business yield, then that will be it. You must never go beyond that 10%. You realize that if you can do that for 1 year, your business is going to have better cash flow in the coming years. All right. So it takes a lot of discipline, but that's why
That's
everybody needs accountability. You need to see the big picture for your business so that you are disciplined enough to help that business succeed. All right. So I hope I was able to help you with that. Okay. Someone says, how do I close deals that leads to sales? And how do I sustain my customers and even increase my customer base? Okay. Simply the question you are asked is, how do I market my business? All right. It's very similar to the answer I gave initially. The first thing you need to do is know who your customer is. All right. And when you know who your customer is, you are able to design strategies to reach your customer. Number two, how do you close deals? All right, that's simply saying, how do you complete a selling process? That's a complete skill entirely. And there are various ways of closing deals depending on the product or service that you actually run. All right. We will not be able to extensively answer that, but that's why you should not miss Sell Out 2024. All right. So make sure you are there. We'll sit down with selling strategies and what you can do about your business. Okay. There are a host of things that you can do. Number one, you need to have complete knowledge about your product. That's very important. Number two, you need to know your customer. Who's your target market? Do you have a customer avatar, for instance? Are you able, if you are waking up from sleep, can you describe in clear detail who your customers are? Number three, you know your competitors. Who are they? What are they selling? How are they selling? What are people buying from them? You need to know all of these things, right? So this is just some little insights that will help you crafting a sales and marketing strategy. All right. So I would say be at the Sellout Workshop 2024. You're going to learn more how you can actually close sales or close deals. All right. And how you can increase your customer base. Okay. So we have another question. It says, how do I create incentives to keep my customers coming? Like you mentioned about the natural hair salon you visited without running losses. All right. This is very interesting. I love the question. Okay, so now you create incentives. You mustn't create incentives rather that will lead to loss. There are things that you can do within your business for instance, if I knew the kind of business that you run, for instance, we'll probably be able to bring them. So if you can tell me what kind of business you run, for instance, there are quite inexpensive incentives that you can give. You can decide to give some kind of free consultation, all right? You can decide to give um um something that's not expensive will be a free product, but guess what, all of those things are somewhat factored into the existing cost of what you are selling, right? So, it can be free consultation, it can be little gift, it can be discounts, all right? So what you have to do, please don't be under pressure. Now you see somebody on Instagram selling and saying, oh, 50% discount, and then you are sweating and saying, what is 50% discount? But yes, that's going to create big loss in your business. No, you
that's
shouldn't
correct.
do that. You should look at what you have, look at the product or what you are selling, and then you're not able to decide this is what the business can give or what the business cannot give. All right.
I also like
Uh,
to say something about
yeah.
that part, right? So what you can also do is know the cost of offering each of your service, so you can actually divert. So you can make one product service higher to make one cheaper, actually. So you'll be making back the money, but people are willing to pay lower for this kind of service. So for example, let's say you can't afford to make your braiding 50%, but you can afford to make weaving 50%, right? So you actually take 50% for the weaving of hair and then put a 10% for the braiding, right? So what has happened is that you're able to get customers coming to weave their hair at 50%, but because that service doesn't require too much, right? The same energy that you would use to produce that particular service or deliver that kind of service will not be too high, and so you can actually afford to reduce expenses on that. So I mean, your products and services have different variables, so look at the product that doesn't cost too much, and then with that product you can put a lot of discount on it as well. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right. So anyway, let's take the next question. It
How
says,
do I set goals for nonprofits?
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
so on a non-profit organization, you're there for basically impact, right? So setting goals are going to be impact goals. How many people do you want to reach? What kind of initiatives and programs do you want to, promote in that year? So, as a nonprofit, for example, let's say I am a nonprofit that focuses on reducing illiteracy within a particular geographical location. I would say that in the year 2023, in every quarter, I want to ensure that 100 children get free access to education. That is my
Mm,
goal, right?
yeah.
I could say that I want to reduce the amount of unwanted pregnancies or girl child pregnancies, right? So my initiatives, my project, my activities will be around achieving that particular goal. And you put them in numbers, right? Goals must be measurable, right? So let's
Yeah.
say I have an orphanage. In my orphanage, in every quarter, I want to ensure that 50 children are taken off the streets and provided for, right? So whenever I'm asking for funds, right, because nonprofits, get their funding from organizations that sponsor these initiatives, they get it from the public. They also can also look for avenues to create money to fund those initiatives as well, right? But your goals are basically impact and in the amount of individuals you want to reach, because as a non-profit organization you're trying to either reach out to individuals or communities. Let's say it's a community based non-profit organization. Okay, in the year 2023, in the first quarter, I want to reach out to 4 communities in West Nigeria, right, to provide healthcare services, right? So that's how you set goals from a non-profit for a non-profit organization. And you also have a strategy on how to reach those people, how to acquire them, and how to deliver your project to those. We call them beneficiaries, right? So how many beneficiaries do you want to reach in a given period of time, in a month, in a quarter, or in a year, right? And if you set for a year, you break it down into quarters so that you can be simple and, yes, specific. That's how you set goals for a non-profit organization.
Yeah, thank you. Very, 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 very true. So once you decide what your strategic objectives are, and then you set goals, right? Break those goals into little bits that helps you reach your desired destination, right? So yes, so please send in more questions. Are there more questions that you have concerning your business? I'm trying to make sure that we did not miss out on anyone, any question at all. So please, if you have questions, if you still have questions about your business, what you can do, how you can navigate, all right, please do send me your question. Someone says, I need business ideas, business I can run conveniently after closing school from 2 p.m. I love that. All right. So the first question I will ask you is, what's your passion? All right. What are the things you find to do easily that you can monetize? That's where you start from. Okay, so something that will not take too much of your time, but you can actually do easily. Okay, so you can start with that. What are your passion? You can start with running a passion business, and trust me, there are already things that you do that you can begin to monetize. So I'll say
That's
tonight, what do you do before you go to bed? You write down, 20 things that you currently do that you can monetize. I'm sure you know them already, but that you can actually put in a system to making money. You can do that. So yeah, please go think around those ideas, go brainstorm around those ideas. Go keep a pot of gold as you do that. Okay, so let's see. One of our focus for the year should be reading consistently. My greatest challenge is reading. It's a big challenge, but please, how do I overcome this? All right. So I would say that what you need is accountability.
Mm,
Accountability. Without accountability, it is almost impossible to do certain things. I was reading some statistics a couple of weeks back, and it says that less than 5% of the human population are personally motivated. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a daunting statistic. But however, that's why we must have all our systems of accountability in place. And that's what a community does for you. That's what a closed group or closed network does for you. It actually does create accountability. So if you find yourself struggling, you're not able to read, you need to be able to read, please, join us at LLB and be a part of what you do. Make sure you're in a small group, right? And somehow you will get fitted into uh, a small group, an accountability system, all right, where you can actually begin to learn, begin to read, begin to actually improve yourself generally. All right.
I would like to say something about that as well. You know,
Go
for
ahead.
we do not have a habit of reading, the first thing that you need to do is not even focus on what you're reading so much, but getting yourself into the habit of reading. So start small. Start with 30 minutes a day and start with what you like, what you're passionate about to learn. A lot of people don't enjoy reading because they don't even enjoy what they're, so read in the area of your greatest pain or your greatest passion, right? So let's say your greatest pain is sales, pick up a book on sales. Let's say your greatest passion is helping people, pick up a book in that area, right? First start with what you're passionate about or what you have a problem with, right? And start small. Start with one chapter a day or 30 minutes a day, even if you can't do one chapter. Because sometimes if you've not been reading, you might find it hard to focus your mind. So set on a timer. Like she said, get accountability. You have a friend that you say, okay, if I don't read my book for at least a minimum of 3 times in a week, I will pay 1,000 naira, right?
No,
Put that.
I'll pay 20K.
And no, we'll start with 1,000 naira so you will not die. so, so you pay a certain amount of money to a friend, or you cook her dinner or something, right? And then just start with 30 minutes a day. Start small. But I would say that the greatest trick to reading is reading in an area that you are inquisitive about, right? Don't just read anything, go for areas. So, what are the things that you like to learn? What are the things that are tugging at your heart in this season? What are the areas that your business needs a lot of help? Start reading in those areas and you would develop a habit of reading. Thank you, Bosedi Bello.
I want to say something. I remember, one of my coaches told me this many years ago. This was like 2016. I really changed my paradigm completely. And one of the things that my coach said was, so anything you want to master, you need to read the number of books your age. So imagine that I wanted to master sales and marketing. I needed to have read the number of books my age. So imagine I'm 35 now. I need to read 35 books on sales and marketing. I need to read 35 books on public speaking. I need to read 35 books on business strategy. I need to read 35 books on financial intelligence. Do you understand? And you see, there's no way that you consume knowledge like that. You will not begin to act in the order of the knowledge that you have actually acquired. So when it comes to reading and consistently improving yourself, then you must do everything. I could Edison is now 5 years old. How so cute and how so convenient to be 5 years old. All right, sometimes I don't have a mentor. How do I choose a mentor? All right. Um, join LOBI. We would gladly mentor you. All right. We'll gladly mentor you and help your friends to help you accomplish your dreams and accomplish your goals. All right. Join our community, our accountability community. All right, and be a part of everything that we do. You would learn everything that you need to learn when it comes to running and growing your business. All right, so we look forward to seeing you in our absolute tech. All right, another question I saw somewhere, and then we're about to end this segment tonight. I think that is it okay to be multi passionate about business? And there was a question that Zainab had posted before. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, how do I separate my business money from my personal? Okay, I already asked that question. How do you separate business money from personal money? I already answered that. Is it okay to be multi-passionate about business? Now, if what you mean is it okay to have several passions? Yes, it's okay, and it's fine. You're a human being, and you can have various interests at different times. But what I do advise and encourage is that in running a business, I'd say start with
Mm,
one, do it well, grow it well, and begin to expand alongside of that business. So let me give an example. Say that I start a business selling clothes, or maybe I just love fashion. I started a business selling clothes, right? Instead of me to go and open a food business because I love cooking, how about I expand along the side of that fashion business? All right. So instead of just selling, I can now begin to make my own unique pieces. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. I can introduce things like selling shoes. It's still along the side of fashion. So what I usually would encourage is start with one and grow that one to be very solid. And then you're able to branch out when that one can almost function without you, right? Without you. Okay, so I would say even though you have several passions, things that you love and you are passionate about, Why not start with one, grow it? It's okay to keep on documenting those things, right? You find something that you love and you want to potentially make it a business. Don't worry, start with a business plan for it. Keep on documenting different things about it. Keep on getting knowledge about that business. All right. Whilst you are growing and strengthening your existing business so that you don't find yourself torn in different angles. And let the motivation of wanting to start the other business now help you grow this one and establish the structures that will keep this one standing even when you are not there. And then you can start another one and grow it like that, like that. I think that will be better for you. All right. So yes, again, if you're not part of the mini MBA program, please, our scholarship ends tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Tomorrow we close the doors. All right. And if for those on board, I see you. I know you're learning and it's been a great, great time. If you're not on board the mini MBA program, we end tomorrow. So make sure you get on board and you actually begin to learn. All right. So thank you, Eddie. What are your last words? If you don't belong to our community, we want to encourage you to join our community. All right, join our community, join our closed group. You would learn a lot in our closed group and our closed community. That's when we're going to help you. All right, someone says I'm interested in the mini MBA. Okay, please help. All right, so Zainab, you can enroll for the mini MBA in our closed community as well. All right, or you can visit our website, Leading Ladies Business Institute, www.leadingladiesbusinessinstitute.com. All right, so get on board the mini MBA. It's a 12-week program, really comprehensive, that covers 14 critical areas of business. That MBA is a giveaway, trust me. And for every woman who is on board there, it's been a giveaway. We had a 98% scholarship that ends tomorrow. All right. And so you get it for an insignificant fraction of the cost of just 5,000 naira or $6 as the case may be. Right. So if you're not on board the mini MBA, do ensure that you join the mini MBA program and take advantage of an opportunity to learn about the critical areas of your business. It has a workbook that actually helps you to take actionable steps about your business right now where you are. So whether you have started a business or you're just about to start, it's very relevant to you. Okay. So Eddie, would you give your last words as we close this webinar tonight? It's been a great, 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 great time.
Yes, it has. Thank you so much, Coach Iswa. I would like to say to every lady out there that you can do it. I want you in the year 2024 to face your fears. And one of the way you're going to face your fears is by taking action. Don't spend too much time overthinking and planning, right? Start taking action. You will overcome inertia, right? It's not as difficult as you think. The limitations that we have only exist in our mind, right? You don't have to have it all figured out at once. Any level that you are is okay, right? You start small, but you think big, right? I would like to say, face your fears. I want you to document your fears. You want to go into this business. Why are you afraid to go into it? What is limiting your confidence to go into this business? I want you to think with your mind and your brain and not your heart this time, right? And really, really identify your fears and look for how you can overcome them. Oh, number one, I'm not confident enough about my products and services. It means that you do a lot about that, right? Number two, I just feel like people are not going to buy my products. Why do
Right.
you have that lack of
Yeah,
confidence?
that's the mindset to change.
Yes, what is informing that? So you begin to reprogram your mind with positive affirmations, with acquiring knowledge to increase your confidence. Number two,
Absolutely.
I failed before. You need to start opening your mind to new beginnings, right? So document your fears and your concerns on going into it's something I did personally, right? Every time I'm someone that introspects a lot and I get to journal very often, and I notice that I want to do something, I'll ask myself, why am I wasting time on doing this thing? Why do I feel afraid to do this thing? And once you can identify your fears, that is the first way to breaking out of them, right? Because your
Absolutely.
fears don't want you to be, bold about them. So the minute you identify your fears and you say, this is a fear I have, then you are now disempowering those fears and coming out of them so that you can overcome them and move to where you are. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's moving towards that fear and dismantling them. So I want to let you know that you can do it. Do not compare yourself with other business owners. Face your business, face your strategy and work on it like you're the only one that exists in that industry. And you will fly high in no time. Be patient with yourself as well. Okay, you're not in competition with anyone. The only person you're in competition with is yourself, right? There would always be someone better than us, but there will never be anybody that will do it like you, okay? So be confident, face your fears, and be patient with yourself, and have a mindset that, you know what, come rain or sunshine, I'm going to win. No matter how many times I fail on this business, I'm going to always find a better way to do it. Thomas Edison did not find, the solution to electricity until after, I think, 1,000 tries or so, right? And
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to have to do it 1,000 times. Okay, so I want to know that you can do it if you're willing to do it. Even if you need time to rest and take time off and back up, let it be that you are resting to refire, but never back
That's
up from your dreams, okay? You have a great 2024, a great holiday, and see you next year at Sellout 2024. Love you all, and thank you for being intentional about your growth and joining us and staying with us till this time. A big thank you also to the Leading Ladies Business Institute, a very amazing team. Thank you, Ada. Thank you, Dumebi. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Coach Iswa. And thank you to our visionary as well, Dotun Arifalu. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
all right. So thank you, ladies. We are saying that, we'll see you in the year 2024 more empowered. And we believe that this evaluation session has empowered you to make the right decisions. All right. If you ask the right question, you will get the right answer. So go sit down with this evaluation workbook. They are the right questions that you need to ask for your business, and then answer them correctly, answer them objectively, answer them sincerely, and you realize that you would, get to a point where you feel so clear. And clarity is so powerful. Most of the time, because we're not clear on what we want to do, we don't take action. But clarity provides you that impetus from within to actually take a move, all right? Take action, make a move. All right. So we look forward to seeing you at Sold Out 2024. We look forward to seeing you in our community. If you have taken advantage of the mini MBA program, do take advantage right now. We'll end tomorrow. So thank you. We love you. We appreciate about the time. Keep believing. We love you. Have a great Christmas celebration. Enjoy the holidays. Have an amazing week. We love you. Love you. Fun. Thank you.